This stuff like this is just to be expected when you have equipment or anything, toys, four-wheelers, side-by-sides, tractors, trucks, anything. It's bound and determined something's gonna... What's going on, everybody? Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. So I have been putting off something for a while now, and it's time to get it taken care of. So I got a lot of people commenting on some of the prior videos I posted down at the lake property saying, why are you not mowing the field? Why are you not brush hogging it? And there's a good reason. I'm gonna explain that here in just a little bit, but today's the day we're gonna take care of that. And when we get down there, I'll give you guys a little story on my whole ideology behind not brush hogging it. But anyways, I got the old Kubota out. So this one here is in semi-retirement. This is a 35 horse Kubota, an L3300. It is four-wheel drive. I got the skid steer quick attach set up on here. I got the bucket on here right now. I just took the forks off and got a new brush hog here. So if you guys remember last year, there's a little backstory to this. This is a 6-footer. This is a heavy duty brush hog. I found this used. I found it last fall, about I think around October. I think I actually picked it up Halloween day. If you guys followed the channel last year when I was taking care of the property down there, I was going down there and I think I brush hogged it 3 times since we took it over in July. Brush hogged it, then maybe again in August, and then I think in October. Well, this tractor right here, it actually started overheating on me. I was having all kinds of problems. It was leaking coolant, and I changed out some parts. The main problem was, I believe it was the thermostat. So I didn't video any of that last year, but I got it home that last time it was leaking real bad, if you guys remember, and fixed all that. And I really haven't used it much. I leave the pallet forks on there, and if we get a delivery or I need something moved that's on a pallet, then that's usually the tractor I'll use. And just leave the pallet forks on there, so I ain't swapping out the grapple on the big tractor with the pallet forks, and you guys get that. So anyways, we're gonna put it to test now. We're gonna see if I got it fixed for good. I did change the oil, I changed the filters, changed the air filter, so it should be good to go. Now this is an older tractor, but these Kubotas, they are great tractors. I recommend them 100%. I got 2 of them. So this one's been around for a while. It is, I think it's a 99 model, but here's the cool thing. Now that we got 2, I'll come over here and show you guys the other one. So I basically leave the brush hog on this one pretty much all year round, because taking this backhoe off, now this tractor, this M59, it is made to have a tractor on the back, a backhoe on the back of the tractor, or it can have the 3-point. It's got the 3-point hookup back there, but this big backhoe, it is not easy to pull this off. I've never actually had it off. My brother-in-law has a smaller version of this one, and you know, he takes his off all the time. It's not the funnest thing in the world, but it is doable. But I just haven't wanted to tackle that yet, so I pretty much use this tractor all the time as far as box blading and brush hogging. Now the 3-point hookup systems are usually on the back of the tractor, and that's what I'm talking about for those of you that are not familiar. But anyways, this brush hog is a mean brush hog. It is super heavy. This is just about as high as I can raise it with this tractor, and like I said, it's a 35 horsepower tractor. But this brush hog is so thick and heavy that they don't want to lift it any higher than this. So it is made by Modern Manufacturing out of Texas, and I just put some new blades on it. I think I got them in about a month ago. I put them on there, so I am eager to try this brush hog out. As far as the gearbox and all that, this tractor should not have any problem pushing it. It is gonna put a lot of strain on the tractor. I'm gonna have to run it at a higher RPM, because I haven't brush hogged down at the lake all year, not since last October, I believe, whenever this tractor was acting up. So anyways, I'm gonna quit gabbing. I'm gonna load this thing up, and I'm gonna grab the drone before we go down there. I've got to go get fuel for this tractor. I'm out in the shop. I have a big 55-gallon barrel that I usually get red diesel, and that's the non-taxed off-road use only diesel. You can get it, you know, usually a lot cheaper because you're not paying taxes on it. And if you guys remember, a couple years back, I got a 55-gallon blue plastic barrel, and I rigged up a pump system on it, and I usually keep that filled up in the shop, but I just have not got diesel to refill that yet. So anyways, we'll haul this to town, get it fueled up, and then I'll meet you guys down at the lake property and throw the drone up, do a little before, after, or maybe just throw the drone up and show you guys the difference it's gonna make brush hogging it. There has been some little deer down there, so I'm gonna have to take it a little bit slower than normal. That's the last thing I want to do is run over one of them, but I think they're old enough now. Mama should keep them far enough away. Usually you got to worry about them whenever they're first born. For first couple weeks, the mama will tell them just to lay down in a certain spot and they won't move for nothing. So anyways, we'll see you guys down there. Okay, so we're down here at the lake property, and I want to talk to you guys about why I didn't brush hog this all year. And you can see some of this Johnson grass is well over 6 foot. It's well over my head, and I got one path mowed on each side of the road of our driveway, and that's for a simple reason of trespassers. You guys know people don't respect other people's belongings and property and stuff like that anymore. It's not like the good old days where you could just trust people. Nowadays you gotta kind of keep your guard up on just about anybody. So the reason is I didn't cut this. It actually deterred people from trespassing on our property. I mean, before last summer, I just told you guys, I think I brush hogged this like 3 different times. I kept it mowed short and nice. Didn't have the fence up front at that time, but what happened was people was just walking in here. I had people down here picking up pecans in all our pecan trees and stuff like that. Had people down here on 4-wheelers, golf carts. I actually had a 3/4 ton truck stuck right over there in that low spot, and left big ruts for like 40 yards down the place. I had to bring the tractor down here and smooth all that out. And I think it was due to this being cut down. Pretty much people seen the short pasture, the short field, and they're like, hey, look at that park out there, let's go trespass it. You know, so I was like, you know what, there's no reason for me to keep this cut right now. Let's let the wildlife enjoy it and let kind of the native grasses take back this land a little bit. But now that it's almost fall time, I'm going to cut it one time, and then it'll be short until next spring when it starts growing again. But now we got the gate, so at least people ain't going to be able to drive in here. Now they can still walk in here technically if they're that brave and want to take that risk. But as far as all this goes, we got the brush hog on, and I got the tractor down here, so we're going to try to get this cleaned up, because I know you guys probably can't see this, but from what I can tell is there are some pecans on these trees. I don't know if there's as much as there was last year, but I'm going to brush hog all this. I'm going to brush hog our whole property, and then hopefully in a week or two I can come back down here if I can get the mower running good enough. And I'm going to try to mow even shorter around these trees, and then hopefully this fall or winter time, whenever these pecans start dropping, we can come back down here and harvest some pecans off our own property. The kids and I came down here several times last year, and we picked up, you know, a couple buckets of pecans here and there, just kind of ate them, but we didn't pick them all up. We let the squirrels and the animals have a lot of them. So I'm going to throw the drone up in the sky and let it record me cutting a little bit, so you guys can kind of see how that's done, see the before and after, see what it looks like as we're going, and hopefully we don't pop any animals out of here. Now we do have a set of owls that was born on this property, and every night when you come down here they will let you know. They don't like you running around this property. They will hoot at you And I don't know if they're burrow owls. I don't know if they're the ones that made that big hole in the ground over there. I might have to get a trail camera and set up, because it just might be. I've never seen them sleep in the trees, so they may have came from that hole in the ground. I don't know. We got a nice breeze. It's like 96 degrees. It's very warm. We're kind of in a drought right now, so I don't expect this brush and this grass to grow very much now. The time of day is getting shorter and shorter. So hopefully, by me cutting this, hopefully people will respect and will read the signs. I got no trespassing signs up, and hopefully they will respect us and not just walk in here. I mean, you can park up there, you can climb over the fence or whatever, but I don't know, you just never know. But we got the cameras, so we'll know if someone's down here. That's the only good thing of it. Then hopefully this winter, I'm probably not gonna burn this yet, but I got a big old brush pile. So I've got to brush hog all around it and all that and get everything ready to get this thing burned up. I don't want the grass to be super high and dead whenever I do that, or we'll have a really bad situation on our hands. So anyways, I'm gonna quit gabbing, get the drone up in the air, and get to brush hogging. Okay, I am done mowing. Got finished completely, but just barely. I've got a bunch of problems with that tractor, and I've got dust all in my face, all up in my nose. It's pretty dusty. But I'm gonna pan the camera around and show you guys. If you didn't just see the drone footage, tried to fly a little bit, had it up in the air at first, and the battery went dead. You know, I don't know, maybe 10-15 minutes after it was in the air, but I tried to capture as much as I could. My phone shut off because it was too hot, and if you don't know, we use our phones to control our drones and a little remote that you plug in a cable to. But anyways, got what I got, but we'll talk about the problems with the tractor here in just a minute. But let me kind of show you guys around. So there's all the little pecan tree saplings. Tried to mow as good as I could around these big mature pecan trees. Some of them have these roots growing up above the ground that make it pretty difficult, make it a pretty bumpy ride. But I think I got it pretty good. I should be able to get the mower in here and kind of clean it up a little shorter. That way, if we want to come harvest and pick up some pecans, we can. And I'll kind of zoom in up on the field. I tried to do a little drive-by on the drone, but don't know how well it worked. But anyways, that's pretty much what it looks like. Got pretty much everything mowed as short as I could. That brush hog is a monster for that tractor. I had some problems with the tractor, so I actually have a flat on it right now. Luckily it was on the rear tire, and I was able to get it loaded. These tires was flood filled tires, so that just adds a little bit extra weight in the rear. And I started smelling coolant, so I knew I either had a flat or a leak or something. But anyways, this tire's flat, leaked out a lot of the coolant, and then I started smelling hydraulic fluid, and I looked underneath, and it was, every time I was lifting the brush hog up, it would start spraying. You can see that puddle there underneath, so I got to figure that out. I think it's just a hose. Hopefully, you never know on these tractors. A lot of the hoses and stuff on it was still original from 1999. So they were running water out of the dam. I tried to get some of it on the drone, but I think I was a little too late. Let's walk over here and see if they're still generating anything. Anyway, so I gotta get this tractor home and get it off the trailer, get the tire off of the back and get it to a tire shop. Hopefully everything's closed on the weekend, so I ain't gonna be able to do it until a couple days. But yeah, looks like they're done generating anyways. I was gonna show you guys the current, but they're done generating, making electricity for now. So seems like anytime you go to do something, there's always a problem when you have a big project you need to do. And I was trying to get mowed around the brush pile as good as possible, because whenever I burn it, I don't want to catch all of that on fire out in the woods. But you can see the tractor sitting kind of cockeyed because that back tire over there is flat, and I got stuff all over the ground that leaked out. Might get you a better view from over here. So you guys can see that tire down there. The fun of maintaining equipment, right? So anyways, guys, I'm not griping. I enjoy doing this stuff. This stuff like this is just to be expected when you have equipment or anything, toys, four-wheelers, side-by-sides, tractors, trucks, anything. It's bound and determined something's going to go wrong. You have to keep up with everything. You got to maintain everything. Sometimes things don't go our way, but got the job done. That's the main thing. Won't have to brush hog again until next year. Hopefully I can get the tractor fixed by then. And about got a boo-boo whenever I was loading this thing up at the house. I went to put the chain in, and this thing was loaded with wasps. Luckily I had a can of spray in the truck, so we took care of them. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and make sure you guys are subscribed. Follow us on our next adventure. You never know what we're going to be doing on our next video. And thank you so much for watching. We love you. Subscribe, leave a comment, like this video, and we'll see you next time.